Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning. This is the Senior Moments Show today with Sid Roeder. My co-host Bruce Lee is doing more important things in a foreign country right now. And today we are going to visit with one of my most favorite people in the Valley. I can say that.
Thank you.
Julie Hollis Terrell. She is the director of the Cache Valley Visitor Bureau here in Logan. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you so much. What a great time to be here.
Thank you. I want to talk about our sponsor really quick, though, before we get into what goes on in Cache Valley and around. So our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about them, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. It is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. And you can also email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have suggestions for our show, if there are any guests you would like to have us invite, you can reach me personally at 435-512-6406. And now let's get into the fun stuff, Julie. 4th of July is coming up. What's going on?
There is so much going on. There is not a better place to be than Cache Valley, Utah for this holiday. Because as you know, if you've been here, or even if you haven't, you should know, the city of Hiram is going to be doing great celebrations all week long. And so will the city of Lewiston. So even, they're going to have a rodeo. They'll have on the 3rd of July, and this is just at Hiram. On the 3rd of July, they'll be having a youth parade, water fight with the fire department. They'll be having a baseball game. On the 4th of July, they'll have a guest speaker and a patriotic program at the city square. And then on the 5th, so a lot of people are celebrating on the 5th because the Sunday is the 4th, there'll be the Freedom Run, Chuck Wagon Breakfast. Yay, we can have a Chuck Wagon Breakfast. I think I should put that on my New Year's resolution to eat at every Chuck Wagon Breakfast that I can find because it's so much fun. Then they're going to be having a parade, of course, like they always do, and fireworks that night, which is sponsored by Cache Valley Bank. And they've also even got a historic flag display that will be going on the week of the 5th through the 10th. So they'll be having their rodeo tonight, the 26th, and then next week as well in Lewiston, they'll be having their own celebrations, and you know a little bit about that.
Well, I do because I'm a Lewistonite, or I pride myself in calling myself that, even though I wasn't born there. But yes, on the 3rd, everything goes on in Lewiston, and I guess this year everybody is just delighted that we can split this up, because I know for anybody that was in both parades, it was always kind of a hustle because they did Lewiston and then would drive up to
Hiram.
Hiram and do the second parade and be beat by the end of the day.
Well, and I thought too that would, like, if you ever wanted to see the fastest parade in history, all you'd have to do is get on the highway and watch them zoom by at 50 miles an hour on their way from Lewiston to Hiram. So
it's the truth.
Yeah. So and we've got information about all of those on our website. We have a great calendar on our website. It's on explorelogan.com. Pretty easy to remember because that's what we want you to do, is to explore Logan. So explorelogan.com, and we've got a list of all the celebrations and activities going on. So one of the big traditions too, Sid, that you know about 1,000 classic cars and motorcycles and trucks roll into the Cache County Fairgrounds for the Cache Valley Cruise In, and we're so happy is going to be happening again this year. And it's just so fun to see things coming back alive, and I think people are more appreciative of some of the things that we haven't been able to have in the last year, and this is certainly one of them. And they'll be happening July 1st through the 3rd, and as usual, with your ticket, you get a chance to win a brand new car, a brand new redone, I guess, restored. This year it's going to be a 1923 Ford T-Bucket Roadster. You have to be present to win, but you go Saturday night at 6 o'clock, and it's you and whoever are in the stands. That's the only people you're competing against with your little ticket, and you could win that car. So, of course, they have activities the entire weekend, but they do have a big headliner coming, and Leanne Rimes is going to be in concert. She's a famous country singer, and she also just won The Masked Singer on TV. So on July 2nd, which is a Friday, then she's going to be in concert down at the fairgrounds. Tickets are on sale now for that as well. And it's certainly a tradition that you don't want to miss out on, or make it a new tradition if you haven't been before.
Absolutely. And that brings me to one question to you, because I don't even know. I just realized the tickets. Can we buy those online, or does the visitor center have them? Where do you buy tickets for all these activities?
Oh, so for the Cache Valley Cruise In, you can buy those tickets at the gate. And if you want to buy tickets to the Leanne Rimes show, then you just get onto their website, which is cachevalleycruisein.com. So either way, that way you can get your tickets, and I'd get those now if you can. They've got general admission and then reserved seating as well. But she's going to be a popular one, and she's just got, she's just got hits after hits after hits. So she's got a huge voice, and their opening group is the Linfords, and they're from up in Wyoming. So anyway, it's going to be a great time. So happy to be together with everybody.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like we're making up for last summer, right?
I think so. Yeah, we've just finished a fantastic Summerfest last week, and that kind of kicks off our summer, as you know. And that's just, there's so many people just happy to be around. And I don't know, I feel like everyone's chipper and excited and grateful, and that's how it should always be.
Let's maybe quickly, before we head into our first break, let's talk about one thing that's come up a little bit with the great outdoors. That is just a notch sad, but we want to take a minute to mention that on radio and make everybody aware and hopefully make that better.
Thank you. Everyone is so excited to go outside. Last year, when there was COVID, people knew that they could go outside and have social distancing from everyone and everything, and so they did. And all of these people who have never been to the woods before started taking off and going, and that's great. Here are some things the Forest Service is struggling with. Okay, first of all, the amount of garbage that is taken up there and is littered everywhere is like Woody the owl, who was like, give a hoot, don't pollute. That's what we need. So what would be really helpful is if you're headed up for a picnic, if you're headed up for, whatever reason, take garbage bags with you and put your trash in them. But even consider, instead of throwing them into the dumpsters, take them back home with you, because they are literally overrun. The dumpsters are full and they can't empty them fast enough. So if you could do that, and even think about, if you have packaging on things, like take the box off the crackers before you take them up there, just to eliminate anything you possibly can would be helpful. We are in a severe drought and severe wildfire season already. And so their first level of restrictions are in action. They're going to get worse. So we need you to be so careful and respectful to not start fires unless it's inside a fire ring. And we need to be watching out for those updated restrictions, because I think there will come a time this summer where we will not be able to have we won't be able to have fires at all, because it's just a tinderbox up there. But I've got more to tell you about what to do and what not to do in the great outdoors after we have a break, I think.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds. So I'm going to take a minute to mention our sponsor again. The Senior Moments Show is sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com. And the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're ready for a little break. We'll be back with Julie Hollis-Terrell in just a minute.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a pre-arranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts pre-arranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
If you're retired or plan to retire soon, will you outlive your money, or will your money outlive you? If you don't know the answer, I can help. Hi, I'm Patty Bartholomew, a financial consultant with Parsonex Securities. If you have questions about your financial plan or just need a second opinion, call me today at 435-227-5556.
Investments are not FDIC insured, nor are they deposits of or guaranteed by a bank or any other entity, so they may lose value. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the funds. This and other important information is contained in each fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, which can be obtained from a financial professional and should be read carefully before investing. Securities offered through Parsonex Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC, 8310 South Valley Highway, Suite 110, Inglewood, Colorado, 80112-303-662-8700.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Whether you have a small business, large corporation, or sole proprietorship, remember Cook Martin Polson has provided quality accounting services since 1977. At Cook Martin Polson, they believe you've earned it, and they're going to help you keep it. Take a minute right now to call 750-5566. That's 750-5566 to set up your tax appointment and let Cook Martin Polson show you how to keep the money you have earned.
This is Jared Ripplinger with Cook Martin Polson. You've worked hard for your money. Let us help you keep it.
And we are back. This is the Senior Moments Show, visiting today with Julie Hollis Terrell. She is the director of the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau here in Logan and the most knowledgeable person I know in Cache Valley when it comes to what goes on. Julie, welcome back.
Thank you very much. And it's kind of a perk that every day I get to tell people where to go.
That's an amazing job. Maybe when I grow up, I'd like to be able to do that.
I like them to look forward to the trip, however, so I try to choose nice places to send them.
That's fantastic. Well, before we went to break, we talked a little bit about the great outdoors and some of the distress that people have caused out there. And you've told us to take a garbage bag up because even the dumpsters are overflowing. Be considerate. Don't take up things that are unnecessary. But there were other things you wanted to mention.
Yes, anything you can do to just pick up after yourself, leave it better than you thought, than you found it. And also, obviously, the fire danger is very high. So you need to make sure your fires are extinguished completely and cold embers and wet by the time you can. Cold and embers go together. There need to not be embers when you're done. So whatever I'm trying to say, we don't want any fires is what I'm trying to say. Something else that you want to keep in mind, and I'm sorry, please do not tell my mother, I'm going to say this on the radio, but please don't just poop wherever you want. So they're having problems with people being like, oh, la, 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 and sure, and they just hide behind a bush. Well, like 40 other people saw the same bush and have done it before you did. So it's kind of messy, and we don't want to have that experience. Nobody wants to have that experience. There's a thing called a WAG bag. You can actually get it at sporting goods stores. They cost about $3.50, and it is a Ziploc bag that is meant specifically for the purpose of answering the call of Mother Nature. And it has these gel powders and crystals in the bottom, so everything gels up and and it comes with toilet paper and some hand sanitizer, and you're good to go. Take it with you. Don't leave it behind for the next person to find your Ziploc. So it's called a WAG bag. So be prepared. It's sorry that we have to talk about it, but I was in a meeting just last week with people across the state who have, forests in their area, which is practically everyone. And this is by far the biggest concern. So please plan in advance. We also, with the hot temperatures, though, at the same time, don't want you to get dehydrated. So be sure to take plenty of beverages with you, and keep an eye out as well. Because of the heat and lack of water, we're actually seeing a larger occurrence of rattlesnakes coming out. So just be on the lookout. Be smart. Just pay attention to your surroundings, but have a great time. We're so happy that we can be only 10 minutes from downtown Logan to the mountains. So take advantage of that. At the Visitors Bureau, we have listings. We have a couple of books and some maps with all different trails for the entire area. I would invite you to come down and have a look at those. And the reason is because some of those more popular trails that everybody knows about are getting very crowded. So there are plenty of options. We have over 290 miles of trails up Logan Canyon alone. So, but come down and let us give you some ideas of some places you can go that are a little more off the beaten path.
Don't you even, if I remember correctly, you have some trail books that can be bought specifically for this area, correct?
Correct, yeah. It's we call it the Trail Bible. It's just called Cache Trails, and it has every description of every trail and great detail about what you'll see and what the level of strenuousness is, all that kind of stuff.
Wonderful, yeah, because I know we have hikes for all kinds of fitness.
Yes, and we, even like Second Dam is wheelchair accessible. So if you have a tough time, they've just got boardwalks down there. And also, Logan City has a fantastic trail system, and they are hidden all over this town, and they're beautiful. And we have maps for that as well. So please come and take advantage of our resources.
Absolutely, Julie. I appreciate that. Let's dive into our next fun thing that we haven't talked about yet, Utah Festival.
Yes, Utah Festival Opera and Musical Theater will open on July 7th. They are doing all of their performances this year in the Utah Theater, which, as you know, has been renovated just in the last few years, had an $11 million renovation. They are showing old-time movies the rest of the year. But this year they'll be having live performances. And do you mind if I just give them a little tease about what the shows are?
Please, I can't wait.
Okay. Well, they're going to be doing The Fantastics, which is the longest running show on Broadway. It's twice as many performances as Phantom of the Opera, which is the second longest running. So that's pretty impressive. And it's a comedy. That'll be really fun. Then we have a show called 33 Variations, which is about Beethoven. And we have another one called Souvenir. I don't know, Sid, did you see a movie called Florence Foster Jenkins a few years ago, and Meryl Streep starred in it?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, so the lady was this really wealthy socialite in New York City. She loved music so much and could not carry a tune in a bucket to save her life. But she took lessons and lessons and lessons, and she's tone deaf. Like, watching the movie is almost painful, but it's so funny. But she takes lessons, and she kind of just gets this following, and she actually, this is a true story, and in the 1940s, she sells out a show in Carnegie Hall. And so it is kind of a reflection, this journey of this woman, and I'm very much looking forward to that one. They're doing a show called I Do, I Do, and let me just tell you that the casts are smaller this year than normal, but they've got people coming from the Metropolitan. They've got people coming from Broadway. They've got people coming from Los Angeles, just as the leads in that main core of performers, and they are going to be fantastic. So one other event, so they are doing their academy classes. They're doing some Breakfast with the Stars. And they are also going to be doing the American Festival Chorus, that is directed by Craig Jessup, normally does a production in conjunction with the festival. And this year they were able, through some generous donors, to be able to get this underwritten. And they will be performing the Mozart Requiem at the Allen Nichols Theater with a full orchestra and choir on July 7th when they open. It's going to be that'll be a matinee show, but because of that, the American Festival Chorus is gifting all of the proceeds to Utah Festival Opera. And it really is a celebration of life and regeneration and resurrection. And they really are hoping that this production in particular will be a healing one for those who've really, we've struggled in the last year, let's just be honest. But that is going to be a remarkable presentation. Tickets for all of those are on sale right now, and you can get those at utahfestival.org, or you can just go into the Don Sump building and pick up your tickets. And Lyric Repertory is already in action. They've been going at it for a week already, and they've got some great shows too. Most of their productions are going to be up in the Morgan on campus. They had to make that decision before things loosened up for COVID. So one of the ones I'm most excited about up there is called The Thanksgiving Play, and it's about a bunch of playwrights who are trying to write a play about a politically correct of the very first Thanksgiving and make it politically correct. So I think that will be hilarious. But those are a few of the arts things that are already underway and going to be on their way shortly. Yay!
Thank you, Julie. It doesn't sound like we're going to have a boring summer here. It's more or less you pick your poison.
I know. Relaxing and doing nothing will be the hard part.
I think it is. We're already up on our second break here. Visiting with Julie Halls-Terrell. She is the director of the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau here in Logan. We're hearing about all the fun and great things to do in Cache Valley. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
It seems like yesterday I was playing with my kids on the playground.
Seems like yesterday I was building a treehouse in the backyard.
Time goes by too fast, but there is something you can do to ensure you're taken care of down the road. I'm Tracy Ferris with Quality First Insurance. A long-term care insurance policy is something we all need as we get older. If you wait until you need it, you're too late. Let me help you understand the options and benefits of long-term care insurance. Call me today, 435-752-0101.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
When it comes to successful aging, eating well matters. Staying physically active matters. Getting socially engaged matters. Living alone, aging alone, it's harder to consistently do that. Hi, this is Chris Grohl with Pioneer Valley Lodge, where we make it easier to do those things every day. Our mission at Pioneer Valley Lodge in North Logan is to help seniors live better, age more gracefully, and stay independent for as long as possible. Pioneer Valley Lodge, an independent living community for seniors.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Become involved with RSVP or the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. If you are 55 and older, you can provide companionship to seniors in our community who may be feeling alone. As a volunteer, you can brighten the day of a senior citizen during COVID-19 with a phone call or written letter. Call 760-4472 to get started, or refer a loved one who would benefit from this companionship. Call 760-4472 to get connected. That's 760-4472. Share your time, share your heart with RSVP.
And we are back. This is the Senior Moment Show. This is Sid Roeder, your host today without Bruce Lee. But I get to visit all by myself with Julie Hollis Terrell, who is the director of the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau here in Logan, and my absolute hero when it comes to what to do. Julie, welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's fun to be here, and it's fun to get to talk about all the great things about Cache Valley.
I know no person that's as passionate as you are, and so Cache Valley is actually has a name when it comes to that.
Yeah, with the performing arts, we're actually Logan and Cache Valley is known as Utah's heart of the arts, and we usually have more than 200 live performances or productions downtown between mid-June and the first week in August. Are you kidding me? That's so crazy. And luckily this year we have our series at the Tabernacle, those noon concerts that are so great, almost every weekday at the Tabernacle. Those are free of charge, and it's different entertainment, every day. And so coming up this next week, we've got the Happy Wanderers. You can go on Monday and have an entire concert of accordions. That is amazing. I want to join them. I have no idea what to do, but it can be vocals, it can be piano, it can be violin, it can be jazz or organ or big band or whatever. And we have a schedule for this also on our website at explorelogan.com. And we're really lucky because the Tabernacle is going to be undergoing a seismic renovation that's going to start as soon as these concerts are over in August, and it'll be closing, the Tabernacle will be closed for a year and a half while they do those. So that's part of the reason why we had to hold Summerfest down at the fairgrounds, because that had already been announced. And anyway, so we're glad to be able to have this concert series one more time. And, downtown's a really great place to be. A year and a half ago, the city of Logan completed their construction on Center Street between Main Street and 100 West. Sid, have you had a chance to go down there since?
Yeah, I've been there. I have not. There's something else coming up and that I haven't made. That's the Center Street Market.
Yeah, they've started doing this on Wednesdays, and it's so fun. They kind of just let the market dictate when they want to show up and when they want to go home. So we're kind of telling people the hours of 10 to 2, but they could be there as early as 9. Just different booths have reservations to be there and pop up. And they don't sell produce as much as like how the market on the Gardeners Market on Saturdays does, but it's things like meat and eggs and jewelry and like clothes and books and just whatever is out there. But it's such a cool environment. They widened all the sidewalks so that they could put benches out there and nice big tables with awnings to be able to grab a sandwich or a snack and sit out there and eat and people watch and enjoy that. So that is, and there's the big archway over Center Street. It's so lovely. Everyone should just go down there and hang out. It's very cool.
Yeah,
I'm in love with it.
It's great to do something else during the week and not only on the weekend. I think, yeah.
I agree. So I mentioned that you mentioned the Wednesday market, and then also, of course, but since May we've had the gardeners market going on at the fairgrounds, and this year it's back to. I said the fairgrounds. I did not mean that. I meant at the historic courthouse where I work. And it goes from 9 to 1 every Saturday, and they've got food booths, but this year they're back with all the live music and the people cooking tamales and breakfast burritos and whatever food you want. Where last year they only could have the booths selling the produce, and you had to go one direction, and if you forgot your rutabagas, you could not back up and go back to the booth. You had to come out and go back in, and this year it's back to its normal self, and it's just so good to be out there and enjoying that too.
Thank you, Julie.
Sure.
There is... I can't believe how quick the show is going today, but that's because you're talking about so many interesting things. There is one other great thing I don't want to miss in case we run out of time. Utah Symphony.
Yes, the Utah Symphony is doing a statewide tour, and they've been doing this for the last few years, and they really want to bring the symphony to the people, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They are going to be at the American West Heritage Center out in Wellsville for an outdoor free concert, but you have to have tickets. Free concert August 10th, and it is going to be fantastic. I just got the email from them about that today. I don't have the number of where to get tickets, but what I will do is I'll make sure that's put on our website on the calendar of events. So there'll be links there so that people can get on and reserve your tickets. You can reserve up to 8 seats, and it will be free, and it will be the full symphony, just overlooking, can you imagine, the base of the Wellsville Mountains at sunset? Your life is going to be cooler than a movie.
That is so fantastic. What an exciting valley to live in. So before we have to end our show, Julie, any last things that we have not touched yet?
You know, Logan and Cache Valley are the best place to be visitors in your own backyard. So don't just think of the Visitors Bureau for visitors only unless you want to be an explorer. Like if you want to be an explorer and adventurer, see really what's going on here, please come see us. It's not just for tourists passing through, it's for you too. And we've got all sorts of great resources in our office, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And then again, our website is a wealth of information at explorelogan.com.
And also, you got some. Did you mention that fun gifts there? Because I've been to your visitor center there, and maybe you want to talk about the gifts for just a sec.
For just a second, we've got great gifts. There's tons of stuff that says Logan on it because it doesn't exist anywhere else. We had it made, so T-shirts, hats, water bottles, mugs, cow socks that say Logan, Utah, and of course, a fabulous book everyone should own called 117 Amazing Things to Do in Logan and Cache Valley, Utah.
Yes, and that book is phenomenal, and I believe you and your husband are the authors
wrote it,
on
yeah,
that,
so
and I've gifted that to many people.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming in, Julie. We were visiting today with Julie Hollis-Terrell. She is the director of the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau here in Logan. So many fun things to do. Again, don't miss out on going explore Logan.com. And again, really quick, our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. We're at the end of our show. Thanks for listening. We'll hope you tune in again next week.